as hard as you can go.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Set go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Back to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. A gain of 22.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
64, weak. Ready.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. This fielded at the 2.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
What's that? 57 to Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 31. Check 31.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
54, right there, 54.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Here comes Cohen. An unbelievable punt there. We're talking 70-plus yards. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw now in his own end zone. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll drop the throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Darnold. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. My 52. It's our time.
Back to throw, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Check it out. Check 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. Let us.
He'll look to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Here we go. Check 52. H3, 218. Chopper, chopper. 55, my God, 55. Gotta do better. Come on, QB.
2nd and 5. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. The Niners on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Catch is made by Hurd. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Darnold. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. That last run good enough to have him surpass for his career. Get this, folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James right ahead of you. He can zoom past them with just a few more carries.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 49ers, 20-yard line.
Switch. Young lady. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Kill.
Young lady.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
57 to Mike. It's our time. It's our time.
57. Mike, 57. All day, baby, all day.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist, twist.
Young lady.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. That is caught by Cullen. It's a 4-yard pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Here we go. Ready, go. Check 3. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Slam, slam. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. Yep. Ready.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Focus, defense. Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
What's up?
54, right there, 54, Mike. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Young lady.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On first down, it's Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Win the rep, let's go, right here. 57, Mike, 57. Corbin. 57's Mike. Ready? All day, baby, all day. 57's the Mike, watch 57.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Darnold. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Ladies. Hey, Zoo.
He's checking. Crash.
Darnold from the gun. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 43. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Rack. 52's the mic, boys. 52. On the ball.
Go. Lady. choose the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the offense up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Gurley.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 14-yard line.
Mike, son. Mike, part 2. Mike, part 2. Hey, here I come.
Red 80.
Here I come.
Hey, exit.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Red 80. Hey, Delta.
57%.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal.
Mike, 57.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Red 80. 57.
Five.
Coming.
Here's Darnold. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stumper.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Lock it. Rush it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Good trap.
Here's second and 8. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Jim.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down now, it's Wilson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Young lady. New Mike 52, Mike 52. I smell fear in that offense. I smell
Gurley again here on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, son. 57. 80. Smooth.
To throw is Darnold. That one complete to Hill. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. With man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Check, 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 check. 57's the Mike. Mike 57.
You don't know no better. Hey, check Mike 57.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now look at him go. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, let's get that ball. Hey, 80. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Lady. Watch the ship.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 19-yard line. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Niners' 20-yard line.
Mike 57. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Hey, 80.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Mike 50. Watch the pass. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, defense.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Stay open. Stay open. Man, 80. 57.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
You're outside. Mike, 57. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, watch this, watch this.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Pull it together. Motion, motion, bump, 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 bump. Waiting.
Another carry now for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Go set. 57, Mike, 57. Hey, 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 hey. Red 80.
Now Darnold. And he fires one, but incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They Come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So the LA Rams